Welcome back, sweet cheeks. My portfolio is 90% core and 10% lottery. It's important to grasp this so you don't have a midlife crisis in crypto. Now, midlife crisis, right? A period or phase of your life transition when a person begins to question the things they've accomplished or achieved and whether those things still provide a sense of fulfillment and meaning. Yes, this happens in crypto too, friends. You see, as men, we know the typical midlife crisis meme. And what happens is usually a guy, maybe he's only had like one girlfriend before. He meets his missus in high school. He never experiments or goes out there. He goes to the first girl he sees. They have kids. But what ends up happening is he does not fulfill himself. And so he hits about 40 and he realizes, hey, I'm not sexually attracted to my wife. And my kids, they're pretty annoying. I want to do something different. And usually what they do is they say, I'm getting a divorce. I'm moving out of home. I'm getting my own bachelor pad. They go get a new car, new sports car, but they jump the gun, all right? They don't know the truth, and they did not prepare themselves for this because they're venturing into the unknown. Don't worry, this is going to tie into crypto, all right? You see this lottery ticket part? It's not 0%, it's 10%. It's for your own good, okay? I could make this 100% core, but I don't. You see, back in the midlife crisis example, this guy has left his wife. He's in the bachelor pad. He thinks it's great. So usually what they'll do is they'll say, wow, let me go try illicit, illegal substances. And he goes and tries these illegal substances and he peeks out of his head and he's like, wow, look what I've been missing out my whole life. This is great. So all the hormones, chemicals, everything's going through his head, his mind. He enjoys it. He parties. He meets some females, engages in fornication with them, thinks he's having the time of his life, and then the shine and the polish wear off. You see, this midlife crisis person, they hit a point where they go, wait a minute, I have no more money left because they spent too much on a car, because they haven't realized that the car was not useful to their dating life. They never picked that out. So they spent too much money on the car. Then when it came to the girls, they invested too much emotionally because he thinks that girls are like what his ex-wife used to be. He used to have to talk to them every day, and he doesn't know once he starts talking to them every day, they get bored and they don't want anything to do with him, right? And he's looking at himself at home and he's like, oh man, this kind of sucks because I have to clean every day. That's the reality, right? Now, all of this could have been avoided if he took some time in his early years before he got married to get a bit wet behind the ears. Maybe he should have partied back then. Maybe he should have experimented with things back then. And he would have seen what they really are. You see, in crypto, the same thing happens, friends, for people who try to have 100% core. I can go two ways. I can tell you, hey, we must stick to the religion, 100% core, and that is it. But I know what happens, friends. Your success rate drops. Because you know what's going to happen? You are going to have your core portfolio. I know some of you, you've got like 5,000. What's going to happen is you're going to make it to the end here, and your 5,000 might be 20,000, 100,000. Okay, so this is you, 5K into 100K. That's 20x. And let's say, for example, Hex hits $1.60. That's a 20x. What if Chainlink hits $140, that's a 20x, just for example, right? So you now have $100,000 and you're like, wow, I love you so much, you're my friend. And I'll say, yes, please comment below and confirm our friendship status. I love you too, man. I'm doing this for you. But here comes the crushing part. You are going to be here, traveling through the passage of time, whenever this cycle of belief and optimism and euphoria comes. And you're going to hear from a friend or a cousin or a friend of a friend or someone from work, someone in your circle of friendship that you actually know in real life. Guess what's going to happen, right? They're going to tell you, hey man, I got 100K. I made this in a month. And you're going to say, oh my God, what did you do? And they'll say, oh, I bought this coin, this random coin. And you're like, you go check it. And yeah, the coin has gone up. And this person, they haven't sold, but you're now thinking back to your life and like saying, oh my God, I've been investing wrong. I listened to this guy with four hearts of friendship, kindness, and justice. And I've been holding my call for 3 years to make a 20x. 3 years. And then this person gets a 20x in a month. All right. So this is where it gets darker, friends, because I've seen this happen so many times. So you are then going to conclude that the source of information that this person, your friend, was looking at is the truth. And you will go and find the influencer they were following. They can run a paid group, some VIP subscription. They can do some altcoin videos. Top 10 altcoins to 1000x. All of these, someone on Twitter, some private group, yada, yada, right? So you will go and get funneled into this other group. And unfortunately, you're going to learn about mean reversion the hard way. All right. So people's win rates oscillate. When you hear of someone successful, like a trader, oh, I'm selling an indicator, I'm selling a course. When you hear about them, you don't know, but you're a top signal. All right. So they are at the 100% or 80% plus win rate up here. That's when you hear about them. When you start following them, this is what happens. They are on their way down to 40%, 50%, but you don't know it. It just takes a long time. Okay. So they'll be back down to 50%. Unfortunately, you will be the top signal and you will pay for their service and you'll join them here. And then everything gets wrecked and it ends up being a sad tale. So that's why I said you will learn about mean reversion the hard way. You will learn that you were the retailer in this point. You dropped all your principles, started having a mid-portfolio crisis, right? And you started joining this person and eventually you're going to realize, oh my God, they don't actually have the secret sauce. And my friend Somi was my friend the whole time and he was right, right? Now, I thought long and hard, right? That's what she said, about what I can do to mitigate this. How can I protect you? Because I can't do what the religious maxis do. They have a purpose, right? Bitcoin maxis do it. Chainlink maxis do it. Ethereum maxis. We have got Hex maxis. We're going to have Pulse Chain maxis, right? The maxis, they're beautiful. We need them there because they keep everybody on the righteous path. But I know most people. If you put bottles of alcohol at a party, someone's going to drink, all right? Illicit substances, someone's going to try, right? Premarital fornication, someone's going to do it. Everyone's going to do something and take risks, right? And what can you do? Well, that's why I'm at a crossroads here, and I'll tell you what to do. Go out of your way to find and allocate to lottery tickets. Because once you have experience allocating to lottery tickets, you will see everything as a lottery ticket, and you will be able to look at it through the neutral lens you need. Because here's you, right? You've turned your $5,000 into 100K, all right? And for some people, it's going to be much more, right? And your acquaintance, your family friend has 100K as well. And what's going to happen is you've been funneled in and you're going to follow their source, their guru, the person who's like in the limelight. You're going to follow them into the Shadowlands. And you're going to go watch the next videos or see like, oh, what's the next thing? Okay, I'll do leverage trade, or I bought coin A, B, and C. They're going to go to these different sectors and you're going to think, oh my God, this person knows exactly what they're doing. But you don't know, most of it was just a fluke. that the coins that they had and the site they were able to see, it was just a matter of time before something happened, right? Now, you will give it too much attention and wait, and instead of doing the proper thing, so instead of peeling 10% out, right, what you'll do is you will peel 30 to 90%, 30 to 100%. I've seen people do it, right? So let's say in this future up here, Hex is $1.60, Chainlink's $140, whatever. Up this point, Bitcoin's 100K. You will then rotate your money out, your precious core, and you'll start chasing the poop. And it will happen so fast. Friends, it's a very powerful responsibility and important to understand that you are your own bank in crypto. One click, one day you can wake up a bit schizo and just rotate out and be like, I'm done, I'm out. It's too easy to let go of your coins. It's too easy. That's why Hex staking is actually very amazing, because it removes it out of your hands. I promise you this. It's too easy to just click a button and be done with it. That's why most people don't make it. So just like how, that midlife crisis 40-year-old dude, he doesn't know how to spend money on a car. He just knows that he's missed out on a car in his whole life, so he goes nuts. He doesn't know how to go dating properly, so he goes emotionally invested. He thinks every girl wants to be with him forever. He's got no idea what he's doing. So he loses financially, he loses emotionally. His own kids think he's a bum, right? In crypto, you can fall in that same trap too. If you don't know how to allocate professionally, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to start seeing every new idea as the newest shiny path to riches. I've seen this time and time again, friends. I've seen it. I've seen guys with an 80 to 90% win rate. And as soon as I discover them and I start watching them, I'm like, wait a minute. His win rate isn't this at all. And then but it takes 9 to 12 months for you to realize that their win rate goes down over time. And they always start saying, oh, well, if you started following me from 3 years ago, we're still up. They always throw that out. That's a bit of cope. Because you got to justify it to people who paid for the service that they're getting their money's worth. So what do you actually do? Well, remember, I'm not telling you abstinence. I'm not telling you, hey, stay away from somewhere, stay in the village. Because I know people are going to go and sniff. You're going to go sniff the flowers outside of the village, man. You're going to go play in the caves and roll around in the water for water. I know that. But you can mitigate risk. You can mitigate risk by understanding why it's important to have a lottery system there. Lottery system. You go, okay, well, I know what a lottery ticket is. A lottery ticket here. So you might have 10% lottery. Let's say your portfolio. Let's say your portfolio is 100K one day. Maybe each lottery is 0.5%. So they're $500 each. And you might have 20 lottery tickets. That is somebody doing it right. That is a baby doll, baby cake with a straight back, fluffy slippers and nice warm socks and wears mittens. Okay? Someone who is not of that fluffy school disciple way, they are significantly destroying their core portfolio. So instead of $500 bullets, right, when you have a 100K portfolio, I'm telling you now, they start doing 5K. They do 5K here, 5K there. They go, hey, it starts off, hey, I've got 10% lottery, but I found this other new coin, and they want to add another 2.5%, 3.5%, 7.5%. And then what ends up happening is you become my prophecy. The unfortunate, the poop prophecy, right? So along this cycle, see I have these 3 phases of the market. We are in the zone of friendship, right? This is the zone of just honestly auto buy any crypto. Just auto buy any crypto. You're holding the 2025, 6, 7 anyway. Just auto buy anything. Everything's cheap. Most things are cheap. All right. In here, in the middle here, most people will probably do 50% core, 50% lottery, right? Because I understand, man. Like, for example, if Bitcoin is here 50K, where are you going to hold to? 100K? Great. What's your 2x going to do? All right. What if Hex up here is at 40 cents? What are people going to do? Hold beyond the dollar? Now, no, maybe it's going to go to $2, but still, you got to time the top. Maybe they're going to get like a 4x from 40 cents to $1.40, 60. Now, obviously, I hope it goes much higher, but I'm trying to guess the average person coming in, how they're going to think about it. That's why you can understand they're not going to have the call here. They're going to go straight for the lottery. They're going to go for a coin that has not existed before 3 months ago. I found it new, some top 10 altcoin video, etc., etc. But even here, because crypto, we're still early to crypto as a whole, friends, you can actually still get rescued. So even if you do this here, you just got to hold, and there will be a washing machine of like, oh no, we're going to go up. Oh, what's going on, right? So you can, this part will be a washing machine. But if you just hold, you survive. And then unfortunately, at the very end, it will just be 100% lottery, right? For most people, it will just be straight lottery. That's when all the top 10 altcoins, 1000x, that's when the grifters and the influencers actually just start promoting ICO stuff. Same thing, right? So they start promoting, hey, there's this coin, etc. Maybe they mention they're sponsored, but they're not. Don't believe them, right? That's the exit time, right? So you mitigate all of this by buying low. You have to buy low. You can't make money buying high. That's it. You barely make anything, and you learn all the wrong principles. And on average, 95% of people get wrecked, right? You have to buy low. When you buy low, you buy in the zone of friendship, which is a zone of depression. And you treat lottery with respect, which is your ticket to learning and stuff. By the time you get to the exit zone, you are in a much more advantageous place than everyone else. Because you understand what a lottery is, friends. You're not that midlife crisis guy going around. He meets a girl, wants to marry her straight away because he's never been with any girl besides his high school sweetheart. You're not that dude. Because you go like, nah, this girl, she stinks. Right? Well, I don't like her perfume. And the way she talks is funny. And she doesn't use enough emojis in our types. Yeah, I'm bored of her already. Right? That is the mindset of somebody who's swimming in lottery. They're just coming at you all the time, right? And you get to pick from the best. That's why I'm good at what I do. I never come across any lottery ticket. So firstly, I made the term lottery. This is a powerful thing itself. Like 90% of your edge is just the word lottery itself. So you understand it's a lottery. It's not your gateway path to riches. It's actually a lottery. We understand this. Yes, some lottery lose. Sometimes they can win. But you don't know. You got to get this through your head. So midlife crisis, right? So relevant. So relevant. So at some point though, right, I'm going to be still making videos in here with less frequency, but I'm just letting you know this is going to be hard. It's going to be very hard, man. Because what if Bitcoin doesn't hit 100K? What if Bitcoin just pokes 80 and it comes back down? So you introduce so much more risk by buying higher. That's why I was saying down here, ignore the news. That's why people say down in this zone, friends, ignore all the news. The prices are low, therefore it's good. You're supposed to buy low, but everybody is focused on the macro and everything else is just plaguing everyone's mind, all right? So these lottery tickets, they are your gateway to learning. You get to explore other sectors. You get to keep your risk tight, and it's insurance. It's insurance from yourself, because your friend who like bought one coin and made 20x in a month, they're going to think, by the way, you don't see the 5,000 people who tried other coins and lost all their money. You don't see that part. Survivorship bias. You only see that friend part who won. So when they make that 20x in 1 month, you're going to think, oh, wow, this is the start. This is the new. We got to follow this new trend. But what you don't know is that was a fluke. That's actually the end of the cycle. And your friend is going to learn all the same mistakes everyone in crypto has already learned. And the cycle will continue to some extent. Okay. So don't forget your core, friends. Core is a core for a reason. They hold you together. Any of these coins, all right, I don't own all of them. I'm telling you, if these coins drop 80% tomorrow, I'll buy more. And I'll be angry because it's a red candle, but I'm like, yeah, the community's still there. Fundamentals are still strong. All right. You can't say that with any of the lotteries. If the lottery ticket coins drop 90%, I'll be like, oh man, that sucks. I'm not adding to it. Whatever, I'll forget about it in a year. All right. So the completely different mindset. Doesn't mean you sell the bottom, but completely different frame of mind when you're looking at them. Keep your back straight, friends. I love you all. Tell your mum and your dad that you love them and you respect them.